It's guys' night, baby.
Welcome to the Guys Night Podcast. With us as always is me.
Wow, that was cool.
Yeah.
That was real insane.
We practiced that for a month.
Yeah.
Did it sound
This
like
is our-
one really
this-
strong person saying that?
Yeah, we would say it 8 times a day, and we just got it.
Yeah, this
So-
is our 10th recording of this.
Yeah. So
Our
you guys
editor is
seen-
going to be so mad.
Damn, was it worth it?
Yeah. So you guys seen a new Pokemon Fortnite emote?
Yeah, it's really adorable. It's
Yeah.
just a little TikTok dance.
Now that there's a ninja skin and a Pokemon emote, I might need to start playing again.
Imagine this ninja skin with the Pokemon emote.
I wish the ninja skin was more realistic. Like, I wish it actually looked like what he looks like in real life.
Yeah.
What does it look like? Is it like a ninja? I haven't looked.
No,
seen it.
it's like
his little blue ninja.
no, it's like a rapper kinda.
Yeah, it looks like a
Oh.
rapper.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like a ninja. They either should have made it look like an actual ninja or like a Blevins.
They made him
Like a
look too
Blevins.
good looking.
Yeah, ninja is nowhere near that buff.
Yeah, and his skin isn't as clear as the skin makes him out to be.
Yeah, and his hair doesn't look as good.
He has real anime hair.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
looks nothing like that in
He
real life.
he kind of like looked at Kakashi from Naruto and said, "That's me."
This is what I want.
He said,
Epic
"I
Games."
low key look like Kakashi." Now that I'm thinking about it.
Now that I'm really thinking about it.
Have you guys seen some of the hate that's been going on Twitter from one of our favorite people, or for one
Damn
of
it,
our favorite
I've seen
people?
it.
Wait, Ninja?
No, not Ninja. our second favorite person then.
Oh.
The person we started this off about.
Yeah, Pokimane.
She gets very unfair treatment. She doesn't
Yeah.
really do anything wrong. She's just a innocent streamer.
Yeah, what really put me onto this hate of her, and what put me on a Twitter reporting and blocking crusade, was when she posted a video of herself dancing, and it was real lighthearted little TikTok she posted, and some guy with, of course, an anime avi said, "I don't see what the appeal of this lady is. She's white and very plain looking."
Yeah, it's not like she's not a Twitch streamer like the Twitch thoughts.
Yeah.
Like she's not
Yeah.
always trying to she just Twitch streams to game.
Yeah, and what was even worse, no one was coming to her defense really. It was all the replies were like, "Yeah, you're right. She's so ugly."
Yeah, it's
and
really
We
toxic.
don't know why she's so popular, and it became a popular tweet. It was as popular as one of her normal tweets.
I think it's a pretty big thing in the incel community to hate on Pokimane.
Yeah, and then it makes other girls or whatever not want to follow being Twitch streamers. Some knowing that oh, if people don't think I'm attractive, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna get shit on.
Yeah.
A lot of the Twitch viewer base is very toxic.
And
like
I
that.
went on the guy's profile too, just to see how hot he was. And what if I tell you he didn't even have hair?
Uh,
Oh,
was he just like a chubby white guy, bald?
No, he was
Or
a
how do you
black
like-
guy. That's okay to say.
That's okay to say that.
That's fine. He just was.
Okay.
But he wasn't hot. He wasn't.
Man, he's sick of this vanilla on
Well,
his TL.
I know. I guess hot's not the right word when you're judging Pokemon. It's cute. And I think if you're not at the level of cuteness as someone like she is, I
Yeah,
guess,
if you're not
you can't
at
really
least at the
talk.
level of the person that you're trying to shit on, you can't talk down on
Yeah,
them.
and neither can your followers, because if Twitter works the way I think it works, all your followers have to be less attractive than you, because that's why they follow you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know all my followers are less attractive.
That's
than
what
me.
distinguishes the difference from followers and leaders.
Yeah, that's why I only have 60 followers. Maybe I'm just not as cute as I thought I was.
I have hundreds of followers, and I follow no one. If that says anything.
I'm still waiting on a follower. They'll come around, right, guys?
Yeah, but right when I saw this tweet, immediately I reported it. I reported it in every way you could report a tweet.
Yeah, Simon sent it in the group message, and we all had to report it.
Yeah, and then I said, make sure you all block him too. Don't just mute him, block him.
Have you ever got someone's account taken down from reporting them?
Yeah, I did.
It gives you a little notification too.
Yeah.
That's the most satisfying
Yeah,
thing.
I didn't on Twitter. I did on Instagram.
Oh.
I remember it was
Oh, you guys love reporting.
I forgot. It was a Maslin account. And it was like some kind of just like hater account, I guess, like where they were just talking trash and stuff. It was definitely made by like Maslin students, and like it was just kind of like hating on people at the school. And I reported it, and it said like it sent me a message like literally 5 minutes later saying like thank you, and it said like the account has been taken down.
That's awesome.
That's so good.
That felt so good. That was probably one of my top 3 best feeling moments in my
Yeah.
life.
Back in my early years of high school, those whole exposed pages were really big, where you had to like request to follow and like go through like a whole process to follow just to see naked girls around the area that would get exposed. And I remember I would
Those are like
always
the
report
most.
those.
Those are most like fucked accounts ever.
Yeah, those are
I
so
know.
because
fucked
it's
up.
like
high
it's
schoolers,
like
so-
15-year-old girls and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I remember me and my friends won a pretty big binge of reporting them. We never got any feedback of a deleted account though, so
Oh, I'm sure they got taken down.
yeah, I hope.
Yeah, well, maybe that was a long time ago though.
Yeah, that was like my
Nowadays,
freshman year of
Twitter's
high
real
school.
strict with it. Like they like you see accounts get suspended like left and right
Mm-hmm.
for just saying like balls and pussy.
Really? You
Yeah,
get suspended for that nowadays?
I got suspended for it. No, I got suspended for like 3 days. I don't know. My account was like put on hold for 3 days for calling someone like a fat retard.
Oh.
Well,
Probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah,
You
well,
dropped the
I
hard R.
meant it as a joke. I thought it was funny.
Who'd you call a fat
Yeah.
retard?
Right, Simon loves
Uh,
getting in Twitter arguments.
Yeah, I do love getting in Twitter arguments. I got in one like 2 days ago about some guy. It was like this guy. They were having like it was like a big like back and forth thing saying like you guys probably know the account Bad Gamer Takes on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Like they like posted a picture that said like you have to like play the game to be a fan of it, but like the other way around. So they said like if you don't play a game, you can't be a fan of it. That was basically their perspective on it, and like
That makes sense.
yeah. No, it doesn't.
Wait,
you could be a fan of a game. Like not everyone can like afford like every game, but you could
What
like
do you mean?
be a fan of it. Like okay, here
Like
here,
a fan of the characters and stuff
Yeah,
like
like
that.
of
Like
the
the
story, or
art.
like-
the universe.
like you don't have to play football to be a fan of it. You know?
Oh,
That's-
okay, yeah, I know what you mean.
that's a
Like if
pretty
you like
simple-
watching it, like
Yeah.
maybe on YouTube and stuff.
Like
I can see
even
that,
like
yeah.
a lot of the popular Twitch games like Rainbow Six
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
CS:GO
And, like,
that
not a lot
like
of
no
people-
one ever plays, but a lot of people watch.
Yeah, like not people can like afford consoles or games. Like
Yeah,
so,
that's
like
true,
their
I
only
get
way
that.
to actually like interact with a game is like through watching Let's Plays and stuff. And I remember this guy was like, he was obviously like kind of an idiot. Like you could tell he was like kind of a younger person or like a kid probably, just by the way they were talking. They're like, why don't you just buy the game? It's not that big of a deal. And like some person like said, well, not everyone could afford the games. You know what I was just talking about earlier, basically. And he was like, there's like emulators and stuff. And he was like, and the guy was like, not everyone can afford a laptop or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
and there's not emulators for like modern games,
Yeah.
obviously.
And he just kept going. The guy said, get a job and buy the game and and the guy said, be a grown up. And then
Oh.
that's what sent me over. And I said something on the lines of like, I said like, this sounds like a kid tweeted it. This kind of blew up. I got like 30 likes. I said
Really?
this, yeah.
That is a big-
I said this sounds like a kid tweeted it. I said like, adults have more important things to worry about than buying video games. And then he said something like, yeah, you're right. I am a kid at heart. And he just kept going. And then he
And
like,
then you send him a bunch of question marks.
And then you send him
No,
pictures
yeah.
of Teddy the Tiger stripping.
yeah, no,
with
and
AKs.
then he replied to the one other person that said they couldn't afford the games and stuff. And he like replied with like a $600 gaming laptop. And the guy said, thanks for a recommendation, and real sarcastically. And then I said like, wow, let's recommend a gaming laptop to the guy that can't even afford a video game. Which maybe sounded a little mean, but
Yeah, and I doubt you can get much done with a $600 gaming laptop.
Yeah, that wouldn't even be able to run Minecraft. I
yeah,
don't think.
see, you could really tell just from looking at someone's tweets how old they are.
Simon, I think sometimes you purposely tweet controversial things just to get an argument started.
Yeah, no, I don't do that anymore. I usually argue people after they tweet something nowadays.
After.
After.
I'm just a real good arguer.
That's why Simon's Twitter handle is now called The Aftermath.
Yeah, they call me the rap god.
Yeah.
They call me Master Debater.
Master Debater.
If only our high school had a debate club, then
Yeah.
you could get suspended for a couple of weeks for calling people fat retards in real life.
Yeah.
Suspended
then-
from school.
And I'm going to say like question marks to all their well thought out comebacks.
Dude, our school kind of sucked with clubs.
Oh,
We
yeah.
do, a lot of people like in college, they have like a ton of like different language classes and stuff, and a whole bunch of like debate clubs, stuff like that. Whole bunch of different AP
Wait,
classes.
you're talking about our high school sucked with clubs?
Or clubs, not just clubs, but like everything.
Yeah.
Like our
yeah.
school is just like a scaled back school.
Yeah, I feel the only club that had any like
Was the football team?
backbone was like the smaller clubs. It
The
was
band.
like the anime club, and that was just filled with like awful people, as any anime club in high school probably would be.
Yeah, I think we had 2 clubs at our school. We had the anime club and the Smash Bros club, both run by the same teacher.
Yeah.
I think they're on the same days too when the clubs were meeting. We were actually planning for like 2 years to get a club started, the Kendama Club.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
We kept plotting that. We should have done that.
Yeah, that
It
was,
did get a little hype around it too.
Can
Yeah.
you explain what a kendama is?
Kendama is basically like a Japanese string and ball toy. It has 2 cups on each side and a spike at the top. The key of the game is just, again, the cups are on the spike. And,
And
you feel
there's just like a whole bunch of different tricks you can do, and there's a lot of depth to it. And we
Yeah.
wanted to start a club off of that, but
yeah, it's kind of hard to explain, but
yeah.
basically it's that. And it takes a pretty solid amount of skill.
Yeah,
to
it was a
actually-
big hype movement in like 2016.
Yeah, I was really killing it. People were like taking videos of me in the bathroom and stuff.
I think they were just making fun of you.
They were
Of you
like
pooping or doing kendama tricks?
Well, first
They'd be like-
they would take a video of me while I was pooping over the stall.
and
and
then
then-
they'd throw like
and-
wet paper
yeah,
towels
and
at
then,
you.
and then I would walk out and they say, "Hey, what's that around your neck?" And it was my kendama.
And then they flush it down the
They would
toilet.
always-
and then I would think they wanted me to do tricks for them, but they were just like filming my crappy shoes that my mom got me from the car wash and saying, "What are those?"
They would film Simon on Snapchat and be like, "Oh my god, this weirdo's at it again."
And he's just like, "You want me to do another
Yeah.
trick, huh?
I'll never
Another
forget
trick?"
when someone unironically told me, "What are those?" to my shoes. I was in the 9th grade and I was wearing a pair of Vans, but they're like running shoe Vans. They're actually pretty sweet. At least
Oh,
Running
those-
shoe
yeah.
vans?
Yeah.
No, they
I've
were
never
sweet.
heard
They
of
were
those.
what's that skater? They were that skater's Vans.
Tony
I
Hawk?
don't remember.
No,
No,
I don't.
Tony Hawk
I don't
Vans.
remember, but yeah,
They were cool. They were like gray.
yeah. Some girl might.
It was a girl.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
a girl.
no.
It was like
Clears anything up.
Yeah, that clears anything up. She on the first day of geography class, she looked at my shoes and she like said, "What are those?" And then she was like, "Actually, what are those? Those are kind of fire." And
I
said,
don't think
Yeah.
that happened.
Simon really tried to save himself right
yeah,
there.
she didn't say that.
Actually, what are those?
No, but-
Please tell me, what are those?
Well, my actual friends thought they were cool, so that's what they told me.
The anime club?
No, I was in the anime club.
Dude, you should have seen a student council at our school. It was such
Oh
like
my-
a authoritarian.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
Yeah,
was a real
explain the student
hierarchy
council
system.
for them.
This is the most intimidating thing ever.
Explain what happened to
It was-
Chad when he tried to do something and didn't Mr. Who was it? Who's the
We
mean
don't have
teacher?
to say his name, but there was like a real dick teacher who was the advisor for student council, and he'd kind of just like take it over and do his own thing. And the whole council ended up just like being awful, like the way it was structured,
Yeah,
because it was too like formal for a collaborative student organization. Like,
wasn't it like kind of huge? Wasn't there like a lot of people in student council?
yeah,
Yeah,
most
and it wasn't
people just
easy.
did it for like stuff on their
Recommendations,
resume.
yeah.
Yeah. But that was a big waste of 4 years.
Yeah, that's
was
why I
awful.
started the Shadow Student Council.
Oh,
Didn't
yeah,
it
the
get real
underground
hectic during
student-
prom time also?
Oh yeah, like during homecoming season and stuff.
Yeah,
Like
I
we'd always be
remember-
like so indecisive because like the advisor would always like question all of our ideas.
I remember
then-
one certain teacher who would always had like a mental breakdown before the junior prom, and she was crying quite a bit. in my second period class
I
I had
feel
with
like
her.
I feel like no matter
Miss.
what, no matter
Oh.
no matter how good the prom is, the student council will be blamed for making it crap,
Yeah, I remember one time
which is kind
our
of unfair.
our douchebag advisor, he tried to push this one event. It was it was during the spring. It was like a overnight school lock-in, and nobody wanted to do it. We all thought it was like such a shitty idea,
Who
but
That
he
was a
kept
shitty idea.
Who would want to stay the night at school?
yeah, he kept like pushing it, and he like made us like think all the details and stuff, and we got really deep into it. We did ticket sales and everything, and then the day before, the total tickets sold were 1, so we canceled the event.
I remember that.
Only one ticket was sold.
Yeah, like not
student
even
council
the
bought any?
people in student council wanted to be a part of it.
Who would? People have beds at their house. Why would they want to sleep on the hard tiled floor of a
Yeah,
school?
but the whole time everyone was like, "God, this is such a shitty idea." But then the dude just like forced it the whole time.
Yeah, I remember it getting promoted.
Yeah. And I forgot what I was going to say. Keep going.
Think.
Keep going.
think.
Keep going while I think of it.
The only good things that the student council ever did were the prom after parties.
Oh yeah.
Oh, at the
Wait,
bowling
Those were
alley.
good. Yeah, those are pretty good. I always came to them pretty like messed up because I would go get messed up after prom,
Sam, do
and then
you-
I would go and like get real.
Okay, wait. What if I told you that student council doesn't set that up?
Oh wow.
Sam,
Yeah, so we don't have any victories.
You remember
under our
that?
belt.
You remember that one after prom? It was your senior year, my junior year, and we were there literally all night long.
That actually kicked ass.
Yeah.
The after
Your
prom's
senior year?
awesome. It was
Yeah.
my senior year.
Yeah, that
It
was
Did
pretty
I
sweet.
go to that?
You
I
were
don't
there
know.
for a little
I
bit.
went there for a little bit, and I played what is it? The chair game,
Yeah.
musical
Musical
chairs, and I
chairs.
was drunk off my
Me,
butt.
me and Sam almost won a pool tournament. And we almost won tickets to Cedar Point.
Yeah, but I kind of choked in the pool tournament.
Sam hit the 8-ball in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I freaked out.
Was it
Yeah, he did
8-ball
freak
pool?
out.
Yeah, I broke the pool stick over my knee.
He started like juggling all the balls.
I
and
started,
he'd, like throw them at me while juggling.
Yeah, I was throwing the balls at like the bowling screen TVs, the bowling alley TVs. I was throwing the pool balls at them. And one time I grabbed the white pool ball and like I crushed into powder in my hand. I was so mad that I came to Cedar Point. I was so mad. Roller coaster capital of the world, baby.
Yeah, Cedar Point does kick ass.
Yeah.
We should go to Cedar Point sometime since we have those annual passes. One of these weekends.
I don't think it's
Yeah,
open
Cedar
during the
Point
winter.
doesn't open till
Does
like,
it really
summer.
not? Really?
Yeah.
It's not even open. It's not open during the year.
No,
No,
it's not until like
no.
the summer that they reopen.
Yeah.
That's awful.
It's open till like summer till Halloween.
Wow, that's really stupid. I guess it does cost a lot of money to keep something like that
they
running.
gotta do maintenance on all the roller coasters.
Yeah. All the roller coasters that always break down.
Yeah, that never work.
Yeah, that does suck. There's one roller coaster there. It's called the Top Thrill Dragster. It's like the biggest roller coaster in the world.
No, it's like I think it's like the fastest.
It's up there for one of those things.
It has like the lowest incline drop or whatever too.
No, I think it might. Is it that? It's like the fastest takeoff.
It's something like that,
Yeah,
but
it's fast.
but it's real.
fast.
It's real cool. But every time it's just like closed for the majority of the day,
Yeah, and I'm
and
a
then
big
you like
guy.
get in line and wait, and then
It
it'll
closes
just
while you're
close
in
down
line.
while
So
you're in
I
line.
can barely fit in like any of the roller coasters at Cedar
Yeah,
Point.
and it's pretty rough. Like no matter what day you go on, like you're gonna be waiting in line for like one roller coaster for like 2 hours.
Yeah,
Mhm.
remember we went on like that really rainy and cold day, and the place was packed.
Yeah, but that's when we rode the best roller coaster in the park. We waited insanely long for it, but
The
Steel Vengeance.
Yeah, that was fun.
we gotta stop bringing up all these roller coaster names. No one knows what we're talking about.
Yeah, you remember the haunted houses that they had going on while we were there at
Those
that time?
sucked ass.
Yeah, this.
Yeah, it was like pouring down rain, so they were trying to rush everyone through it. So
Yeah,
like
like-
all the scares, like the timing was completely off.
Yeah, even the timing was kind of off when like they weren't rushing people through.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
just did not have. very
And
good
there was one haunted house. You guys weren't with me when I went. I kind of went by myself that day.
the kid one that you went on.
No, it wasn't a kid one.
You went all by yourself.
No, just kidding. I went with my girlfriend and her mom,
Oh.
and it was this haunted house. It was like a pitch black thing. And this was like 2 days after we went to like the most popular haunted house in like Ohio, and it was like pitch black theme. It was insane, but we did it this time. I did it at Cedar Point, and it was like just all black. You couldn't see anything, and like there was like the workers had like night vision goggles on, and like I saw like a red dot. Like there was a red dot. I thought like
sniper.
I thought that was like a worker showing us where to go, so I was like reaching my hand out, and I was touching the worker's face. I didn't realize I was touching her face, and I was doing it for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, I think you realized after about second 2, and you just
Yeah.
kept going.
Well,
After you slid your finger in their mouth.
yeah, well,
You're
they
like
well,
clear skin.
Well, they didn't say anything. But the funniest part of that
They
one,
didn't say anything. They just,
I,
That's
s-
so
I swear to
awkward.
God, they didn't say anything. They were just standing
you just
there.
rubbed on her face and then
They weren't like,
stopped.
"Hey, fuck off, weirdo."
But the funniest part of that whole haunted house is when what the actual scares looked like. They came out and one came out. He had like green dyed hair and like a bedazzled handkerchief over his mouth, and like a black
looked-
tank top. It was
So they were all dressed in Fortnite skins.
yeah. They all looked like Fortnite skins or it's the cyberpunk goth dance video.
Remember when there was a big performance there, like
Oh
on the
my
outdoor
God.
stage?
yeah, that was.
The
It was
Huh.
like it was kind of like Mad Max themed, like real rustic and like dirty.
Oh, do you guys remember the Queen?
The Queen.
Oh my God, the
I'm-
Queen came out right in front of us.
Yeah,
that was
I'm-
probably the best Cedar
We were
Point
like
moment.
walking away, and like there's this like queen, like she's the main person in the event, and she's like walked by us.
Wait,
She had
what?
like a whole simp army like carrying her on
Yeah,
a
let me
pedestal.
set the stage. Remember at the beginning we were like walking away from the concert because it didn't start yet, and we were kind of confused why everyone was standing there. And while we were walking down the street, like all the monsters in the park started walking towards us
Yeah,
and
it
through
was like
us.
an army.
Yeah, and it was like just us. They were just walking towards us. It was scary. And then like all of a sudden the Queen in like a huge throne carry. You know how like
Chariot.
bar mitzvahs where they carry a chair.
Like a chariot.
Imagine that, but
not
in
chariot.
super version.
Yeah, and all the dudes, all the simps, they're like dressed like sex slaves.
Yeah,
and they're just like
I would
carrying
be
her.
Yeah,
simp
and they're-
for her. I remember I looked for her any form of social media. I like went stalker mode to try to find
The
her.
Cedar
dude.
Point staff
I
website.
was, dude, I honestly
Dude,
fell in love.
Remember when she was pointing at us?
Yeah, I like every time I saw her, my heart dropped a little bit.
I bet she's a Twitch streamer.
Oh,
Yeah, and she like dresses like in the Mad Max outfit on the streams and plays that Mad Max game that no one plays.
and they had like the strippers up on the top part, like dancing. You remember those?
Yeah,
there
there
was
was-
like the fat
They're like in
strippers.
cages.
yeah,
Yeah.
they have like the girls that weren't as hot enough to be the queen, like dancing in cages, and I know they were so jealous that they couldn't be the queen.
Oh yeah,
I bet that was a big rivalry. All right, enough Cedar Point.
working at Cedar
What do you
Point would
guys
be
think about
sweet.
New Zealand?
The country.
Yeah, the
I
country.
think they
Okay.
mean thinner.
Okay, well, you might think differently about them after I tell you this story. After I tell you about this one
All
New-
of New Zealand.
about
Yeah.
this one New Zealander that he's the only guy from New Zealand I know.
Well, let's not give him a full New Zealand. We're not 100% sure that
I'm
he's
positive
from New Zealand.
he's from New Zealand.
But
He's
his
somewhere
accent,
from
yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
around that area.
He's
Because his
somewhere
accent is very
from
similar.
those places. Yeah, but
Why'd you say it like that?
Those places.
Those
you know, like
places.
Australia and New Zealand and stuff.
Yeah, those places
Yeah.
are
Yeah, those two
awful.
places that are on completely opposite sides of the world.
They're not on opposite sides of the world. They're
New Zealand
They're
and
across the
Australia?
Pacific Ocean. They're,
No, New Zealand's like right next to Australia, right?
no,
I think New Zealand's in Europe.
No,
We
it's
need to
not.
fact
New Zealand's,
check.
Yeah, New Zealand's an island, like
Alright,
right
yeah,
by Australia.
fact check while Simon and
Yeah.
me get into this because it's
Okay, so
Crazy.
in our hometown, there's a hobby shop where it just sells like paints and models and stuff, and we go there like every week to buy paint, basically. And there's this guy that works there that's from New Zealand, and I kid you not, I've probably seen him a million times. I know who he is, but every time we go there, he forgets who we are. Like
It's
he
like-
has no
yeah.
idea who we are. Like he's never seen us before.
it's like a store owner in any video game.
Yeah, like
Okay.
he's an NPC.
Maybe
like,
he's
just-
stuck
he's a
in like
complete
a
NPC.
maybe he's stuck in a Groundhog's Day
yeah,
scenario.
I'm starting to think he has like amnesia or something, or like he's like no dementia. Because like
Alzheimer? No,
Or
no.
the disease that the girl in 50 First Dates has.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes I feel like he's looking down on me as a modeler because every time I try to buy this one paint, he says, "You know, it's airbrush only, right?" And I'd be like,
You're like, yeah, you told me that 2 days ago when I was in here.
"Yeah." I said, "Yeah, I know. I have an airbrush."
You're like, yeah, I bought my airbrush from here, from you.
Yeah, remember when I asked you for airbrush cleaner? Yeah, one time I came in there and asked him that he had any airbrush cleaner, which I'm not kidding. It's a real thing. I swear to God, it's a real thing. And he said, "You mean thinner?" And I got so pissed off when he said that.
Forget it. I don't want it.
I was like, it's not the same thing.
Yeah, and then
dude.
Simon got sucked into buying another thing of thinner, even though he had a full one at home.
Yeah, no, that.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I actually did. I bought thinner either way, but thinner's almost the same, but it's not the same because thinner's a lot more expensive and
It has a lot more multi-purpose
yeah,
purposes.
airbrush cleaners is to clean your airbrush and it's cheap, so that's why I wanted it. But he just said, "You mean thinner?" Like I didn't know what I was talking about. I was about to go ape shit.
So that's why all people from New Zealand suck, according
Yeah.
to Simon.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
So,
okay. New Zealand is an island off Australia, so you win that one.
Yeah, bitch.
well.
You're my bitch now. I'm the new leader.
You're the new leader of the Guys Night podcast.
Yeah.
Give me the Twitter information.
Yeah, I'm your new host, Simon.
All right. Next on the list we have what do you guys think the sexiest and least sexiest names are?
Oh, wow. I wish I actually did some research for this one.
For girls, what do you think for girls? Could do least sexy first.
Least sexy?
Okay, probably a name like
Trisha.
no.
No, Trisha could be pretty cool if she like shortens it to Trish.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say definitely Allie.
I think
Allie?
of like lunch ladies, like the
Or
stereotypical
like-
dirty
and
lunch,
shit.
like Helga, Bertha, that kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, but
Or-
those aren't real
Yeah,
names.
or like
Yeah.
maybe name like Crystal. I hate that name.
Oh, yeah. Or this one girl, Absidy, which is just ABCDE.
Oh, that's
Wait,
horrible.
what? How's it spelled?
ABCDE. Like the first
ABC.
couple letters of the alphabet.
There was a
and it's
girl.
pronounced
There was a girl.
Absidy.
There was a
That's
girl at our
crazy.
middle school that actually had that name, Absidy.
Yeah, and I was like, this is awful.
Yeah.
I hate like any name that like the spelling's like weird on purpose for like aesthetic
Yeah, like a
purposes.
normal name, but
Yeah, like
Like Ashley spelled like ASHELE.
Yeah.
there's
I
or
G
or
like
like Hannah, Haley. There's a bunch of ones that are
or
spelled
like
funky.
a name that has like an accent in the wrong place. I was just driving past his place in Belden, which is you guys don't really need to know what that is, but it's a place.
It's like the nearby shopping district.
Yeah, the shopping district. Yeah, but there was this place called Salon Keisha, and the accent was over the A instead of the I.
There's an A and like at the end.
Yeah, like the accent, like what gives you like that pronunciation
Yeah,
of
so
a
it'd
letter.
be pronounced like Keisha.
Yeah,
No, it'd
no,
be
it'd be pronounced Kisha.
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 Yeah, you need
It'd
an
be
accent over the.
Kisha.
Technically, you need an accent over the I for it to actually be pronounced Keisha, unless you spell like Keisha.
Yeah, that'd be the normal way to spell it.
Yeah, but I think it was. Maybe they do different in wherever that name comes from. I'm not sure.
Any other? What about least sexiest names for guys? Or-
Guys.
Samuel.
Any
Why?
any
Why?
SAM, like anything that's Sam, and then any variety of that.
Why, guys?
It's just really bad, plain.
Wait, what's your name?
I
Wait.
don't want to be on the podcast anymore. You guys are dicks. I hate you.
Okay, but seriously, probably Jonathan. I fucking hate that name.
Oh,
That's the most
yeah.
common name on the face of the
Or
earth.
Christian.
Yeah, Christian, Jonathan.
Well, it's cool if they shorten it to John, but if they keep it full length Jonathan.
I only like John as
Mhm.
JON.
Matthew's super lame too, especially when they call themselves Matt. I hate Matt.
Yeah, Matt.
If you're watching the podcast and you have any of these names, we're just kidding, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
You know
take
we
it
like
No,
to
we're
keep it
not.
light.
We're not kidding.
We fucking hate you.
Yeah, change your name.
What about Kevin?
Kevin.
Kevin's cool.
I don't know.
Oh, Also-
but it's funny.
Tyler, Brock.
Brock?
Just kidding. Sorry, Brock. Brock's a good name.
Are you gonna apologize to Tyler?
No, I'm not gonna apologize to Tyler.
Tyler's our friend.
Oh, Bean.
Bean, yeah.
Oh, I forgot
You
that was
forget,
his name.
Yeah, you forget that's Bean's name.
That's not his actual name, though. His
Yeah.
actual name's Bean.
Yeah. Well, I guess Tyler could be shortened to something like Ty, which is always okay. But
Ty's cool.
You're Big T.
yeah.
Big Daddy
Okay.
T.
How about
Sexiest girl
let's
name?
let's get into some sexy names.
Yeah.
Simon.
Lucas.
Richard McGuire.
Richard.
Simon Richard. That should be the ugliest name.
Like, what if your first name was Simon Dash Richard?
I don't know what I'd do if my first name was was Richard.
That's your dad's name, right?
I would.
No, well, I
The
guess
nick-
it makes sense because that's like a real old man name.
I do like the nickname Dick though.
Richard was probably the most common name on the fucking face of the earth back then.
I
in
think
the 70s.
it's even worse if your name's Richard and you're like a young person and you shorten it to Richie.
Oh yeah, I hate Richie.
Yeah, well, if you also have Richard, you can also shorten it to Ricky. Ricky's pretty
cool, and Dick is cool.
Ricky's cool.
Yeah, Ricky, that's a sweet name.
Mm-hmm.
Dick's cool if you have the confidence to pull it off.
Yeah,
because you know how much you'd be like abused throughout school with that name. You'd have to buff up for the rest of your life and just wear it.
Yeah, you'd probably be a complete hard ass after that.
Yeah, like you'd have skin made out of iron. nothing could break you once you become an adult.
Johnny Cash song, "A Boy Named Sue."
I don't know
any
that
of you
song.
know that song.
I don't know that song.
It's just a song about how this guy named his kid Sue, and
Close the yearbook.
What a dick.
he named his kid Sue because he wasn't going to be in his life, and he knew he had to have a girl name, so he's going to get tough or die. Like with a pussy name like Sue. It's a good song.
I'm gonna do something like that to my kid.
Oh.
Like start their life off on hard mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of another crappy name, what's it called? Amy Schumer.
Schumer.
Yeah. What's
Didn't
her
she
name?
name her
Amy.
kid like
no, her husband's
genitals.
husband's last name's Attil, and she named her fucking kid Gene. Her kid's name's Genital, and she did it as a joke. She ruined her kid's life as a joke, an unfunny joke.
Everyone already knows Amy Schumer's like one of the worst people alive, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just ruined everything that she's ever tried to do.
Oh well, let's talk about what
sexy names.
Yeah, sexy names. Okay, what's a
sexy guy name?
Sexy girl name.
Sexy girl name. I was really into guys, but
Yeah, you were really itching to talk about
I'm
sexy
edging
guys.
for guy names. What can I say?
Okay, how about we'll go around here? We should say a sexy one. Lucas, you go
We're
first.
going. Wait, guys first or girls first?
Girls. Dude, I shivered when I said that. I don't even know why.
Oh, Bianca. That's such a stern, intimidating, sexy name to me. Bianca, it's just intimidating, and I know that a Bianca is hot.
Okay.
I'm gonna need more time to think. So you go, Simon.
Bianca.
Bianca.
No. Jessica.
Jessica. That's awful.
No, that's the most common hot girl name on the face
Or
of the earth.
Brittany.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Brittany or Jessica, but Brittany kind of lost its.
But that
After
name,
Britney
that name
Spears.
doesn't like exert sexiness in my
Okay,
opinion.
what about like a Veronica?
I like Veronica. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
real good. Or like
It's
Sabrina.
really royal.
What
did you say? What did you say?
You said Sabrina. You said Sabrina.
No,
Why would you name drop her?
I'm gonna bleep that out.
You're gonna bleep it out. No, you better not. I'm gonna watch
I
this.
will.
Sabrina.
Sabrina. That was funny.
Am I wrong? No, but in all honesty,
Yeah, okay, it is.
it is a good name.
Yeah.
Okay. I won't follow you on that. Okay. Sexy guy names.
Sabrina.
Sexy guy names.
I don't know. Just say
Lucas, you say it.
like I don't know, like Brad.
you gay wad. You're absolute.
I actually said a sexy guy name. I'm so
That's not-
fucking gay. No, I don't know.
Troy.
Dylan.
Michael.
Okay, restart. Lucas, what's your actual
All
one?
right, I don't know.
It's Brad. He said it.
That's like a quarterback name, like the sexy
Yeah, that's what you
quarterback.
think. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just thinking like
oh my God.
stereotypical.
When Lucas was in 9th grade, the head quarterback's name was Brad.
Yeah,
Really?
that's like the default quarterback
Yeah,
name.
no.
Like as
Is
soon
that
as
why
a
you think it's
quarterback's
sexy?
named, that's the name
Shit.
they give him.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, I just like the popular guy in high school or like a famous actor. It's always like Brad.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Or the
Leonardo
Sexiest-
DiCaprio.
sexiest name in Hollywood right now, Chris.
Okay.
I don't
All
know.
those guys are good-looking guys. All the famous Chris's.
Oh.
You know, it's actually like
Sam, what's yours?
whatever.
You go first, actually.
Sam's really excited. He thinks it's gonna be a.
No, I haven't came up with one yet.
I got 2 sexy names for guys.
All the Ninja Turtles names.
Liam's a good one, and Slater.
Slater's cool.
Slater's a powerful name.
No one made fun of Simon for saying Liam?
Why?
Liam, what?
Liam, that's a good name.
That's awful.
I mean, I like that one.
Alright, fuck you guys.
Maybe Emmett.
Yeah, Emmett's good too.
Yeah, it's my middle name.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, what? Edward.
I should have been named my middle name. My middle name's Sweet. Emmett.
Yeah, I like the name Edward.
What about Simon? Do you guys think that's
We just
sexy?
named 2 vampires off of Twilight, by the way.
Is Emmett a name?
Emmett and Edward.
Edward's my dad's
Who's
middle name,
Emmett?
and I always thought it was a cool name.
Emmett. I'm pretty sure he's a vampire.
Oh my god! Oh,
Fact
I got
check.
another bad name for guys. Freaking Jeremiah. I feel like that's the creepiest name ever.
There was a kid.
Jeremiah.
Yeah, there was a kid I went to middle school with, and his name was Jeremiah, and he looked like a freak.
Oh,
he had
yeah.
really big ears and pointy nose.
We were spot on the Emmett.
Oh, wow.
Here's Emmett from Twilight.
He's the buff one, the buff brother.
A buff dude in a fucking tank top
that's
with
the buff-
skinny jeans
and
on,
wasn't
and his
he,
hair gelled back.
He had the incest relationship with his blonde sister.
No, they
I
weren't
don't know about
sisters.
that.
They were both
They were
vampires.
adopted, though. It
Yeah.
was like adopted in the same
So
family.
It's allowed. I don't know.
No.
Step bro
And-
does me.
They- in
Step bro does.
No,
I don't know. They do it.
No, at
Step
a
bro.
school, at a school I went to, this guy did get this girl pregnant, and he was in foster care at the time.
Shit, no.
And so the parents
No,
adopted
don't.
him into the family. So like he was technically.
I don't want to. Let's not
Sibling.
get on this topic.
Yeah, that's-
This is a weird topic.
Yeah, did we talk about New Zealand yet?
Everyone,
Yeah, we
everyone
talked
thought he
about-
was really weird because of it, but they were dating for like 2 years prior.
All right. Simon came up with this one. The unspoken rules of the workplace.
Yeah. We all have them.
You got a job, you know him.
Yeah, you got a job. You got a couple dicks at your job. They enforce these rules on you. And like they're like rules you feel like you're obligated to follow no matter what.
Yeah, even though they're not supposed to be, like it's not quota.
Yeah, it's not like written down rules, but like all like I'll just go into what mine are. I work at I have a job on campus. I work in like the admissions, so I'm basically sitting at a desk all day, like answering phones. I sit at the front desk, so when you walk into the office, I'm there. And there's always 2 other people. One or two of them are going to be like other student assistants, and the rule that pisses me off the most is fucking no eating at the front desk. They say like whenever I even like bust out a little bag of chips, I keep it like in my backpack to conceal it. Like I just have a little chip every little bit.
And you don't chew it. You just swallow the chip.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter if I
to
conceal
conceal
it.
it.
No,
He holds it in
like
his
I
mouth
don't
till it
conceal
gets
that
soggy and
much.
he can just swallow.
Like also, I have another thing I did. I did this once just to piss them off, cause like there's another lady I work with. She's an older lady. She's like someone that actually works there. Really, she's not like an
Wheezy
assistant.
F baby.
Yeah,
and the F is for-
Wheezy. She's awesome. She gave me like an entire bag of chips and dip, like unopened, and she's really cool about the whole eating at your desk thing. So like, if she's okay with it and she's up there, like the other person's not gonna say shit to me. So like, I opened the bag of chips, put it in the drawer right next to me, and the dip, and I kept on opening the drawer and like scooping the chip. Like it was hidden, and like one of my bosses came and said it was really cool, and then they started eating some chips from it, and I felt like a OG.
Because the other
Boss.
student assistant couldn't say shit to you.
Yeah.
Dude, Wheezy really likes to feed you. She's like a cool grandma.
Yeah, she brings me food every day. Like one day she brought me like a whole thing of mashed potatoes. I think she thinks like I'm dying, like I'm homeless on the
Like you're
street.
poor.
She probably thinks I'm like on the streets, like living under a bridge.
My unspoken rule's a little cooler.
What's yours?
It's not as awful. Because my job is pretty laxative, whatever.
Laxative.
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 You'll shit your pants.
It's
Yeah.
real lax. Just say
Yeah,
lax.
it's really relaxed. It's a really
Just say
simple
lax.
job.
lax.
But sorry, I was
LAX.
trying to expand my vocab, but
Oh.
so people think I'm smarter.
Yeah, you should stop trying to do that.
LACK.
But so whenever you walk in and they'll just tell you, "Oh, for today you just got to read chapter 1." And that means go in your car, drive away into a parking deck that's unseen and hide from all the other University of Akron workers and just hang out and don't do anything because there's nothing to do that day. So whenever I hear read chapter 1, I get really excited.
Oh boy.
And it happens a lot more than you think.
A lot of the jobs I have now, the 2 jobs I have at the car wash and at the university, I don't have like any rules. I just kind of like go in and do my own thing. But I used to work at Panera Bread when I was like 16, and that's probably the worst place to work. Like that's the strictest job.
The macaroni quota.
Yeah. Like one rule that I always found a little bit silly was it was kind of like an unspoken rule, like you can only get certain drinks if you're working, like you can't get the premium drinks. So like
the ones
like
with the
green
cool
tea
ones?
or acai tea or something like that.
You couldn't make yourself a slushie.
No. So like whenever you got something like a green tea, all the managers would be like passive aggressive towards you. Like, "Oh, that's a weird drink choice."
Really? I feel like that's like pretty known at all jobs to only drink like water and not the fancy drinks, but it's never like enforced.
Yeah, like if you enforce that, like I feel like you're just a bad person.
Yeah.
Like you just hate your workers. Panera Bread, they do hate their workers. That's a fact.
Oh my god. I had a bad work experience today, believe it or not.
You just fell asleep all day.
Yeah, I was asleep all day at my job, but when I was awake, it was like this big visit day at the school. A bunch of high school kids were coming to check out the school, so I had to give tours all day. And there was one like meeting in like the big ballroom, and like the place was packed, and like so people were kind of like staying in the back, and I had to walk up to them and ask them if I could find them a seat for them. And like I was standing by them all, so because like they all said no, they're like we're fine with just standing here because it wasn't like a long presentation.
Mm-hmm.
And some fucking guy that works in my office, biggest douche ever, wears turtlenecks.
Oh, fuck that guy.
He came up to them and said, he like walked right past me and said, "You guys need help finding where to sit?" And it was just that little thing. I was like, really? I'm sitting right here. You know I asked them. I said,
You should have turned around and been like, fuck you.
Like, I tried turning him away before he came. I shook my head at him, but he just walked right past. Like, he was on a mission to make me look bad. I was like, damn. I was like, imagine if they decided that they wanted to sit down when he asked them. Imagine how I would have looked.
I don't think people care about that.
No, our bosses at my work, some of our bosses, most of my bosses are pretty sweet at my work, but there's one that's a real like, make sure you talk to all the guests, make sure you're walking around mingling with everybody. I'm not much of a mingler, so like I just end up walking in circles for like 2 hours the entire time, like all around the school, and pretending I'm mingling. F my job. What's the next topic? We said the unspoken rules. Make sure you don't do them.
EDM culture.
Oh wow.
We have a real bone to pick with EDM culture as a whole.
And how awesome it is.
You know, like the EDM type people who
The
like
ravers.
they go to raves and stuff.
And fuck like rabbits.
Yeah, they listen to Skrillex or whatever they listen to.
And like they post those videos of them in their car, like they hit a loud vape right before they bust out into some Daft Punk or whatever they're
Not
listening.
Daft Punk.
I don't know. Whatever they listen, it's like call 911, and they're like waving their hands around, like blowing smoke at the camera,
Like fighting the smoke.
like screaming at the top of their lungs. They're going wild. I'm like making gestures with my hands, like you guys could see me, but just these guys can see me. I look like a wacko.
The requirement for listening to EDM is having no self-awareness.
Yeah, and they go to these raves with like their full ass cheeks out too.
And they like cry during like the songs, like, oh, it's so emotional.
Oh my god, I was watching this video. It had like a bunch of likes and retweets on Twitter from like the EDM crowd, I'm assuming. It was this girl with just like with a glowing hula hoop with strings attached to, like putting up and down her body, like in the middle of a circle, like she was like doing something crazy.
Did you see
she's
that
like
one
been
tweet?
practicing for a little bit.
Did you see that one tweet? It was like the guy, and he was like, took my girl to an EDM concert or whatever they're called, and he was like, and I told her this is my world, and she looked at me and said, our world now. And he like started crying in the video.
Welcome to my world.
That's me when I take
like,
girls to the local gamer zone.
Welcome to my world.
Welcome to my world.
And they're like, ew, it smells like Domino's in here.
It smells like Domino's and
cool, right?
How long has it been since we talked about the gamer zone? Should we give them a little
Yeah, let's
briefing?
give a recap as to what the gamer zone is.
I'll start it with when you walk into the gamer zone.
Okay.
And you guys will go just take it step by step of how far we get into it.
Right.
Okay, you walk in. I'm just gonna talk about our first time ever going to the gamer zone. We walked in, and some girl in like a
corset.
Yeah, and wearing a corset. Her name was like Michaela.
Just
but
big,
we
big
called
tit
we
girl.
called her Big Boob Girl. But she was talking to us, and like big like fat incel guys were walking to her saying like, looking good today and stuff like that.
Being real creepy and
yeah, she did not deserve to be working there. She wasn't like an ugly girl or anything.
Yeah, I don't think she works there anymore.
Good. I hope she got a better job.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever. I think we've only
seen.
seen her twice. I don't think we've ever seen her again after that.
She left an impact.
Yeah, not as big of an impact as the owner though.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about him. We'll save it for the end.
Lucifer.
Well, I'll explain what he looked like when we first came.
Okay.
When we first came, he was just kind of like a
normal,
like a little chubby guy. Like he wasn't like fat, but like he was like a skinny fat guy like me. But he was like just bald guy. He looked pretty normal. He was real cool and nice. And that's all you need to know. We'll tell you what he turned into later.
Yeah.
Sam, what's the next part of the gamer zone?
So yeah, it's just broken up into multiple sections. You have like a little line of chairs and TV set up like on the side, and you have like a bar set up where people sit in like bar stools with controllers, and there's like a TV behind the bar. And there's a little retro room in the back. That's where all the dirty people go. It's a real grimy place back there. There's no rules. It's a Wild West.
Yeah, and there's one like we call him. He's like the retro room
cave.
master.
Yeah, that's his cave. Every time he leaves, everyone.
Yeah,
just
I'm
tells
pretty
him to
sure
go
he
back to
actually
it.
lives there.
Yeah, he just sits on one chair and like plays on his DS. Doesn't talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Well, he talked to us once.
And gave Pokemon.
Yeah, I bought a pack of Pokemon cards there because little thing about this nice owner. He's nice, but he's the pushiest guy ever. He's a real salesman. Like he'll get you to buy something.
He'll tell you like a pack of cards is on the house and then make you pay for them once you open them.
Like he opened up a pack of cards and said, "I don't even care about opening this because I'm gonna make my money back anyways." Like that's what his words were, and like he made Sam and Brock buy packs of freaking Final Fantasy trading cards. Have you guys ever heard of that?
And let's talk
he even got them to invest in getting the $80 booster box.
He tried. He said he's gonna put it on hold for us, and like we didn't have a say in the matter. It's probably still on hold right now.
Yeah,
because we never went back.
He probably said the same thing to like 80 other people.
Yeah, don't forget the whole hours system that he really tried to push.
Yeah,
you could pay $5 an hour. Was it $5 an hour?
I think it's like $3 an hour.
It's $3 an hour or $10 for a whole night. And if you would go in 2 hours before they would close, he would really try to push the $10 thing on you instead of just $6 for the 2 hours that they were open.
And then when you ask for the 2-hour pass, he's like, "Well, you can do that,
or you could game."
He said,
for the same amount of time.
He said, but look at it this way.
Yeah, look at it this way.
You could
help me.
He said, "You know what? If you pay $10, you get a free Sunny D on the house for $3.50."
For $3.50.
And you might as well buy two, so you don't have all that change jingling around in your pocket. That's what he would say. Yeah. Sunny D was freaking $3.50. I paid $6 for 2 tiny balls of Sunny D every time,
so you don't have that change.
Yeah, and I don't know
around.
how.
And I paid with card.
And I don't know how he would get me with it every time. But he got me with it every time I wanted to buy freaking Sunny D, and that was every time I went.
Should we talk about his slow evolution into insanity?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
So, I guess we stopped coming to the. Lucas, you just made a mad face at me. Do you want to talk about it?
No, what?
Okay.
It's just my face.
Well, just relax and listen. We stopped coming to the Gamer Zone for like months, almost like a full year, and like we decided to come back. We thought it'd be like a big reunion because we used to go to the Gamer Zone a lot.
They were closing
because
soon.
Paul actually knew us like personally then, like not personally, like he knew who we were and stuff. Like he would shake our hands and stuff. and we went thinking it'd be a big reunion. Paul would remember us. Brock wore a vote for Nick Paul shirt. Brock wore a vote for Nick Paul shirt to the Gamer Zone.
Where did he get that shirt?
We got it at the Goodwill one day, and we thought it'd be really funny to go there wearing it.
And that's his name.
Yeah, and we got in, and he didn't even recognize us.
Yeah, he just said, "All right, $10."
Better thing is, we didn't recognize him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You know
his
why?
appearance.
Forget about the nice guy we were talking about. He got like Just for Men or something, and like he started shaving his beard like really sharp looking,
Like really pointy at the end.
yeah, and he got skinnier, and like now he just like sits outside of the Gamer Zone and vapes.
Yeah, and he looks like
he wears
Satan.
all black.
Yeah,
And he has like black earrings.
Yeah, he turned into a real
And
bad boy.
like he doesn't even like greet you when you come in anymore, except for when you're giving him money.
Yeah. He's like, go buy 2 Sunny Days.
Yeah, every time you give him money, he says, "Yeah, the devil's best friend."
And then he licks it and looks you in the eyes.
And said,
One time he licked my card. I went and got a new card.
"Yeah, my car was all wet," and then I just put it back in my wallet, and it got all moldy.
He cuts his tongue with the card and then like licks his lips with
He has a
his blood
slit
all over his
tongue.
mouth.
He has a slit
Yeah,
tongue. And like,
Going to the Gamer Zone every Friday used to be such a magical experience, but then the last time I went, it was horrible. Nick was different. The people were different.
the regulars, the freaky regulars that were always there, that were just fat, sweaty, gross people, they weren't there. It was new. It was like a vape lounge.
Yeah, it was a vape lounge. Paul turned into a vape lounge.
It's the sick bastard.
Yeah, and
Boob girl wasn't there.
yeah, every Friday he used to order everyone Domino's pizza, and no Domino's pizza either.
No one gets pizza.
Yeah, like he used to come to us while we were in the restroom and say how many slices we wanted. He would probably make us pay for them if we told him.
Yeah, we
So-
never accepted the pizza
Yeah, 'cause
because a bunch of gamer hands would be all over by
Yeah,
the time we got around
And
to
we
it.
kind of knew that Paul would probably charge us somehow for the pizza. To be
The
honest.
whole pizza.
Like he would catch us on the way out and say, "Do you guys put your money in for the pizza yet? You got 2 slices. That's about $20, right? That's about $20.50. Just give me another.
41.
Just give me another $20.50 so you don't have all that change jiggling around."
What time are we at?
I don't fucking know. I've been trying to look this whole time. I don't know where the time's at. Do you guys want us to wrap it up?
Or do you just want us to keep talking?
Or do you want us to talk about
We
the
can
Wii?
do this all night.
Or do you
I
guys
don't
want
know.
us to talk about the Wii?
Let's end it here.
Shit!
We'll get around to talking about the Wii next week, maybe.
Oh, you're coming next week?
I don't know.
No,
Next
we'll talk
week,
about it
couple
next
weeks.
week. Nice.
Sam always says, "I'm not going to be here next week," and he shows up.
No way. It's
He does
midterm
it
season.
every time. He doesn't care if there's midterms. He'll come on a Wednesday.
On a school night, and then we'll drive 3 hours back.
Yeah. He'll do it too. He's not afraid.
All right.
All right.
That's the kind of guy Sam is.
Thank you guys for tuning into the Guys Night podcast. If you want updates on the channel, follow us on Twitter at Guys Night Cast. We're also on. If you're listening on YouTube, we're also on Spotify. If you're listening on Spotify, we're also on YouTube.
And we're on
We're on
Apple
iTunes,
Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, we're on everything. Just search us up. and
We're
we'll
on
be there.
Grindr. We're on
Tinder.
We're
Don't use
on.
Tinder much.
We're on iCupid.
Plenty of Fish.
Yeah. If you just search us up and scroll down about 15 channels, we'll be there.
We're on LinkedIn.
Yeah, you scroll past the Guys We Fucked podcast and the Guys Night Out podcast.
We're the one right below it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe you might have to scroll down like a few more, but we're usually around that area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And once you see red, you're there.
Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you subscribe. We haven't got a new subscriber in a while. It's kind of been hurting my self-esteem.
Yeah, so if you're listening to this, you're not subscribed.
You're a bastard.
Yeah, fuck you.
But
So-
if you want to
yeah,
subscribe,
I take
mean,
it back if you subscribe.
Yeah. And to all of our subscribers, we love you.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing.
And to everyone that's not subscribed, game over.